Okay, we're good. Let the shenanigans. Let the shenanigans start. This is the
Hello.
awkward intro.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Happy.
Saturday?
Yeah, it's a Saturday. Welcome.
Sure. I'll start. Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Ray.
I'm Kevin.
And it's April 4th, 2020.
It is.
I don't know where the camera is, so I'm just
It's
going to
over
keep
here.
like going back and...
Wait, is it? Yeah, it's over there.
Let's test. Yes. Yep.
Yep.
So welcome to our little podcast.
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
Wow. This is my 4th episode with you? I
Truth.
think.
Truth. Yeah, because you started with the third. So 3, 4, 5, 6. No.
What are you doing?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5th.
This is not my 5th. Is it really? I've been here 5 times?
Well, we're on episode 7.
Wow.
And I did 2 by myself. 7 minus 2 is 5.
That's math right there, folks.
Yep. All right,
Good
there we
job.
go. There's our homeschooling. There's
Yeah.
our coronavirus homeschooling.
How is everybody today?
Yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Hope
Mhm.
everybody's healthy and safe and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
How's
Yeah.
your 2 weeks been?
Pretty busy. I started a new job on last Monday. Staying with the same health system, just moving to a different campus, different hospital, to help them out in a more leadership capacity. But it's been stressful. We're getting hit pretty hard in Connecticut right now. Hospitals are, working overtime. Everybody's been working really, really hard, and it's just been kind of busy. But it was a decent week. It was a good 2 weeks. Just really busy. Just really, really busy. How about you?
I left the house yesterday for the first time
Yeah,
in 2
that's
weeks. That was
exciting.
exciting. I put jeans on and a shirt.
Wow.
Shoes. I haven't put shoes on. I left. I went to the grocery store. That was scary.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was scary. I had yesterday off. Yesterday was, I didn't even tell you this. So yesterday was 3 years since my dad passed.
You didn't have to tell me. I knew that.
Well, no, but what happened? So, so what I do, what I've done the last 3 years is I just take the day off. And one of the last movies that we watched together was Harry Potter and Order of the Phoenix. So I watched it yesterday. I went grocery shopping, and I got like chips and ice cream and cookies and peanut butter and chocolate ho-hos. Came home, watched Harry Potter, and so it's funny. Well, it's not funny, obviously, but since the passing of my father, like I've totally, like my emotional state is stupid.
The switch
where
flips.
like I could
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
I didn't get emotional if I watched like movies or TV shows.
I'm not
or,
even in the frame.
Well, there you are. See? No, you're a jerk. So I never got like emotional at all.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about it. So one of the first like movies maybe that we rented when we first started dating was either Stepmom.
Oh, stop. That was... You did not warn me.
I didn't see it yet, right?
You
Had
did
I not seen
warn
it?
me. Yes,
No,
you did.
No, that was Beaches.
Oh,
Beaches, I didn't
Beaches.
warn you about.
Oh, no,
so
Beaches.
he hadn't seen Beaches, but like we saw Stepmom.
Wait, what movie did you say?
Stepmom, remember?
Oh. Yeah,
Didn't
we
they
watched that in your old apartment. Do you remember that? And I was laying on the floor. You were on the couch. Jen was on the couch.
No.
Yes.
No, it was back at Home Street because we were in my room and they gave us a box of tissues. Or
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
pack.
yeah. Because
So-
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster
Back
That's
in
how
the day.
old we are.
Yeah. Blockbuster was giving away those little like travel
travel-
tissues with
right.
the rental of the movie.
So needless to
forgot
say,
about
Ray
that.
could cry at anything. At like legitimately any sad scene, Ray could cry.
I cry at commercials.
Yeah,
Forget about those
I
dog
couldn't.
commercials when
The
Arms of the Angel comes
Sarah
on.
McLachlan.
Forget
I
it.
probably would lose my crap
Yeah,
right now.
I die.
So I'm not an emotional person. So I'm watching Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix yesterday.
Where's there to cry in Harry
I
Potter?
see it. I've seen the movie gosh knows how many times. And the first time
What?
Neville successfully does Expelliarmus,
Stop it.
I totally got emotional, and I have no idea where that came from. I was like, what is
Aw.
happening right now? So yeah.
You were proud.
So
then.
I really was, and everybody
Yeah.
was so excited and clapping. It was such a good moment, but that's never
You
happened.
didn't tell me that.
Never happened
Aw.
before. So
That's sweet.
yeah, so and I'm working from home. I've been working from home. We're actually not taking phone calls any longer, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But it
though.
cuts down on my knitting time. But that's fine. I'd rather not talk to crazy customers. So yeah, so that's been our 2 weeks. So we have a lot of knitting
Yeah.
to talk about. So you know,
We have
let's
a
just
lot
lighten
of
the mood
acquisitions too.
and have fun. We have a ton of acquisitions. We talked about it a little bit last time how we were going to try to support some local, not local, but small
Yes.
businesses,
Indie dyers and
dyers
things.
and whatnot,
Yeah.
because they're losing out on some of their income because all the shows have gotten canceled. I know we were watching Leading Men,
Fiber Arts.
but
No.
Dramatic Knits.
Dramatic Knits.
And they have had like 7 to 8 shows canceled. So we thought we'd help out a little bit, and I think we still have 2 more packages coming, and then I think that's everything that we bought. So
We have 2 more packages.
yeah, we have shipping coming
yeah.
from Max and Dell's.
Mm-hmm.
We missed out on the bags, but we got everything else that we wanted from them.
Right.
And then I have a shipment of yarn coming from, I don't recall the name, I'll get it in a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot
I have
about
a
that.
shipment of yarn coming for
Right.
a sock pattern that I'm going to be testing. My first test knit, so that's exciting. So yeah, all right. So
Awesome.
let's have some fun and
Yeah.
let's talk about some knitting.
Okay.
So let's talk about FOs.
So we got through that in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Our
we're-
intro.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
Yep, no more dilly dallying here.
No, there'll be lots of dillying and dallying probably throughout, but okay.
You know what's really funny?
What?
Speaking of dilly dallying, you see this line on my nose?
No.
You
Yes.
can't- Do you know that's from my Breathe Right strips?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's permanently like scarred into my nose. It's the strongest glue I've ever seen. I get out of the shower and I have to like seriously wipe my nose with a towel to get the glue off. It's awful. But I have a permanent line from my Breathe Right strip.
Well, maybe in like the summertime you'll have like it'll blend all in together.
No, it'll probably
Well, I
look
couldn't
really
see it
stupid.
before, and now that you pointed it out,
I see it.
It's like Rudolph.
I mean, it's like my
No.
scar too. Like I obviously see it. I think it's just dark. All right.
we
let's
were
go.
on a roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
dilly dally.
Dilly dally.
FOs.
FOs. So
I have 4. But one of them's an old FO. One of them's not an FO since the last one, but it's an old FO.
okay.
I blocked it and I weaved in the ends, so I guess that's really now it's considered FO. Beforehand it was like a whatever.
I have 3 FOs.
All right, jump into it.
Do you want to go?
You go. You're wearing one and I'm wearing
Yeah.
one.
So the first one, oh my god.
Oh, I should do this one too.
Yeah.
We both have one.
Yeah, but you just like whipped that out in like 2 days.
4.
Whatever.
Oh, it looks really good.
It looks awesome. Show yours first, because this is really
No,
cool.
we're both showing them at the
I know, but like you have it not on your head. Once I take this off, everybody's gonna look at how bad my hair is.
It's on my head.
Okay, fine. So this is the Sockhead Slouch Hat by Kelly McClure. It's a free pattern. This is the second one that I've knit, and I love these hats. They are. I keep looking over here for the camera, but they are so good. This one is using Malabrigo Machetta. Machetta. I actually have a really good amount of this left. I think I have about 40 grams or so. This is the Machetta or Machita.
In the Thundercat Chitara way.
So I do have a regret, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So this is the Malabrigo Machetta.
Can you say Machetta one more time?
I don't know. Machita? You just don't want to say it anymore? This is in their desert colorway, also known as the Chitara colorway. And
What's your regret?
my regret is that I didn't pull the trigger and buy the Thundercats patch like I wanted to from Etsy.
Well, you can still buy it.
I know, so like I think that a Thundercats patch on here would be like
I think a pin. I don't know about a patch.
I know, so I was looking, that's where I was having some trouble because there's some really cool patches, but I don't want
Yeah.
to sew it. I want to be able to like remove it and stuff. And then there were pins.
I would go pin.
Yeah, but then I didn't know you know, sometimes on Etsy like you don't know if it's an actual like maker, like a
Excuse me. Yes, like a
you know what I mean,
actual
like
small
a
business
small
compared to,
business
like-
crafter
Yes,
as opposed to
yes.
like a company from like out of the country that just kind of whatever. So I was trying to do some more research and then I just forgot about it and I didn't do it. But there are some really cool pins out there. But if you guys have any recommendations for a cool Thundercats logo pin, or I was looking for like magnetic pins too because I didn't want to like put holes in here, but it's yarn, so I guess it's fine.
Does anybody have a Thundercats bag, you think? There are 2 bags that I want. Now I want a Thundercats bag. I want a Buffy the Vampire Slayer bag.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing a 90s inspired bag. I can't remember who it is. There's like pictures of like movies and stuff from the 90s on the bag.
I would love a Buffy. Like
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar Buffy, not
Yeah.
Christy Swanson Buffy.
No, although that was a
Although
good
I do
one, too.
love the Christy
Yeah,
Swanson
me
Buffy.
too.
But Sarah Michelle Gellar Buffy.
Yeah,
I would love it.
same. So this is single ply, and I had never knit with single ply before.
I love single ply.
It's really good. Let me try to hide my head, see if it'll focus a little bit more.
It's focused really well.
I think so too.
I think it's a little blown out.
So honest,
up close. That's
maybe.
true to color.
Well, we didn't close the curtain.
It's all right.
Like last time. It's so soft and like it's light as a feather. Like feel it.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
I can't.
I was gonna watch that the other day.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah, Craft. The Craft.
I was gonna say if you don't tell anybody and see if they can guess it. But I did the same thing, 4-inch brim. But well, talk about yours and then we can talk about what.
I was like, why are you yelling at me?
I don't know, because I felt like if I covered my eyes, I couldn't hear myself. That was kind of
It's
weird.
like when you're driving,
Yeah,
you
I
have
know.
to turn down the
Oh
music.
my God, it's
so
so
you know
true,
how
though.
to get someplace.
It is so
because
true.
you can't see with the radio on.
Yeah, I know.
So I did. This is the what is it? Sock head slouch hat.
Yep.
I decided to cast one on the Sunday after our last podcast.
This is actually it's a free pattern.
Yeah. So the Sunday after our last podcast, I decided I wanted to knit a hat. So I cast this on. I'm using, as you guys know, one of my favorites. This is Savvy Skeins. I used this in my Coffee Talk socks. I still had some left over from there. So I thought maybe I might get away and be able to do the hat with the
Just the
leftovers.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I broke into my second skein, but here's the beautiful colors.
I love the pooling.
Gray, rust, orange, some black, some blues, almost like it's a bluey gray.
It looks so
It's
good.
beautiful. Mine can almost double as a shopping bag because it's so big. You could definitely put your lemons and your limes in here and maybe some apples when you go to the grocery store. It totally worked for that, so it's dual purpose.
Just don't do it now because you don't want to bring
No.
bacteria to the.
But I do
grocery
have a
store.
lot left over.
Yeah, you do.
You guys, I've talked about Savvy
Maybe
Skeins.
I can have the rest of that.
Absolutely not.
Why? I bought it for you.
It's a Christmas gift, you Indian giver.
Come on.
No, I may use it in a project that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Remember?
Oh yeah, I do remember now. All right, your needs are better than mine.
But yes, so I do love it. It's a little bit bigger, and I followed the instructions. 4-inch brim, and then I think it's 11 inches total 11 inches before you start decreasing.
Yeah.
When I got to, I would say probably somewhere around here is where I started the second skein, and
Yeah,
then
you can kind of see it.
But I alternated.
Oh, that's
Alternated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was alternating skeins.
You can't see it much on this side. On the other side
Yeah.
of it, you can see.
I actually really
more.
like this side of it.
But not really. I mean, if you didn't know what to look for, you
This
wouldn't.
kind of reminds me of like shark down here, like
Oh, yeah.
the coloring of a shark.
This is kind of what I would like the effect that I was thinking about, or I was envisioning in my head.
Can you imagine a sweater
Oh, I
with
know.
this colorway
No,
on
that
a
would be
worsted weight?
Beautiful.
One day.
That would be
That's
beautiful.
a dream knit. That's a dream.
Yeah. I think it's Allie, right? Is her name Allie from Savvy Skeins?
I don't know. Allie,
I bet
if
she
it
would
is,
dye us a sweater quantity of that if we wanted.
I'm not ready to purchase another sweater.
No, I know. I'm just
But
saying in the future.
If
Just
her
something to keep
name's
in
Allie,
mind.
Allie from Savvy Skein, I love your yarn.
Yeah.
I like this is one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
colorways. I realize how much I actually love orange with everything because I think
I like
orange
orange
goes
too.
well with gray, with green, with
Yeah.
any color. I think orange is a really good neutral. Maybe would you call it a neutral? Because
I call it a
warm neutral.
maybe a warm.
It just brings
neutral.
out like you can use it. Try to think of a color you can't use orange with.
Hey, orange is the new black.
Stop. No. All right, those are our
Yeah.
Our
What I was gonna say
slouch head.
is this is the effect that I was thinking about, or I was envisioning in my head. Remember 2 podcasts ago, when I did the something cold hat?
yes,
Right?
the one with your northbound knitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the but I was hoping for a more of an effect like this, where it would kind of like see how it's like more up here.
Pulling.
Yeah, more
You were-
pulling on top, I guess.
With
I
your
don't
nor-
know. This is really cool though, like you had said.
Yeah, with your
I love how
northbound
that did
knitting
that.
though, I think you could tell once it got skeined up that the colors you're straight, and it's just I think
Kind
you can
of.
tell a lot by the way when you undo the hank
Yeah.
and where the color is. If it's all throughout, you're going to get more pooling. If it's just on one spot of it, you're going to I think get more stripe because
Maybe
it's
more
going to be in that
stripy
same,
every time you hit.
Yeah,
You like wrap
I think
around
so.
or
I think
whatever.
that's kind of how it works. I think that's the thing.
Maybe.
But those, all right. So FO's number 1's down,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Do you want to show those? Because I didn't grab sock blockers.
Okay, yeah. So, FO number 2
honestly, I think you did a great job choosing the colors for this.
is our Vanilla Latte Socks by Virginia Rose Jeans. Rose Jeans? Yeah. This is, I know I have the stuff. Oh, in here. So,
this is Blue Oreo, yeah?
Blue Oreo. It's Plymouth.
Oh, it feels amazing. Did you wash these?
No, I haven't washed them yet. Wait, is this the bag? Yeah. All right.
Oh, I love them.
And then, hold on.
I know you showed the hoe.
Yeah, I showed.
Hello, hoe.
Did I have a hoe
Last
or did
time. No, I
don't know.
You did.
So the body of the sock is Happy Feet Splash by Plymouth Yarns, Blue Oreo, and then the heel and the toe is To the Max.
Yep. They just have they have DK.
DK and Sport now as well.
Yeah.
So
and sock sets.
The blue I don't think has a color. I bought it from a test batch of minis, and I don't believe that they had names at that time, but I believe they now have a bunch of named like yarns. So definitely check out To the Max. I believe, and I could be wrong, I think I'm right, but I believe they're having a sale now.
They are. It's like 15% off or something.
And their yarn shop is in Canada, so if you're in the US, you can get a really good deal on yarn, especially with the 15% off.
Yeah.
Their colors are very bright and bold, I would say. Really good tonal. The darks, I think, the dark colors are very tonal, but the minis tend to be really bright, like fluorescent yellow, fluorescent pink, like highlighter
pink,
colors.
Highlighter pink, yeah.
Really, really pretty yarn. So this is knit on my Chaogu 2.5.
Yep.
I did 15 rows of a 2x2, and then it's a free pattern. So it is, your front needle is knit 8, purl 2 all the way across. Back needles just straight up knits. Heel flap and gusset because I love them, and a regular Kitchener toe.
The rounded toe, right?
I don't know. It's the one that Susan B does in her smooth operator sock. And yeah, and I do 7-inch until I start my toe, and then with my toe I did something differently and I like it, so I'll do this going forward. I was previously decreasing until I had 12 stitches on each of my needles.
Yep.
I did it where I had 14 stitches, so it just gave me a little bit more room and it's much more comfortable that way, so I'm going to continue doing that in the future. And yeah, I finished these this morning, and I did the German twisted cast on, I think.
Yeah. I want to learn that.
It's super, super easy. It's just a variation. It's like an extra step on your regular long tail cast on, but it's very stretchy. I posted the link in last week's show notes. I'll post it again in this week's show notes because I do think it's a really good cast on method if you do cuff down and if you're doing a hat. It gives you that really nice stretchy feel. I think I may have done it actually. I did do it. I did it on this too.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did the same. I mean, this is really
So
stretched
that
out
looks
already.
really big, yeah, and stretched out.
So when yours is off, like yours is like kind of goes up again, like shrinks.
Yeah.
This one doesn't, but I've worn it a lot. I wore this like a couple days just in the house.
Yeah.
It's a really lightweight
They're
hat,
so
so
comfortable.
I do like I may do another one and take an inch or two off, and I use the same size needle. I think it's a 3mm for my ribbing. I'll probably go down and do a 2.5.
Okay.
For my ribbing?
Just for your ribbing.
Just for my ribbing.
So she
and
does say in her pattern, it does say, this is the abridged version. Yeah, so it's not going to really say, but
it says you could.
But she says you could. It's difficult to find the like correct size needle,
right?
You know, for it. But yeah, we have the. Oh yeah, so that's good that you said that. So 3mm.
Yeah, 3mm.
3mm needles. Yep. Yeah, on a 16-inch cord.
All right, you're up.
Can I borrow the sock blockers?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Oops, sorry.
No, that's okay. So these I finished. These are my first pair of shorties. I guess
We
I
need
don't
more
need to
sock
put,
blockers.
I know.
Once the world gets back to normal.
Yeah.
we could buy some more.
These are the ones that Kevin made fun of the size, that he thought that they were gigantic.
Oh, were these? I thought they were the other
No,
one.
they were these.
Really?
Yep. But I had them on different sock block. I mean, they do look. The camera adds a few pounds.
No.
Look, it's like we need to get larges so that they like.
Yeah,
they
you know,
fit.
it's funny though is that the ones that the vanilla latte fit perfectly on there.
Right,
Yeah.
because you have a much smaller foot than I do.
Yeah.
So anyway, so these are the No Fear Shorty socks by Denise from Earth Tones Girl podcast. She finished. I believe she completed the No Fear Shorty or the No Fear sock class on YouTube. All her videos are done. The last video that she did was the Kitchener stitch video, but she walks you through all of this. It is a paid for pattern. It was only like $5. In the video, you can, she walks you through the actual pattern, so you technically don't need to buy the pattern. I bought it just to support her, and then I have a printed copy of the pattern. So she kind of goes through. This is the No Fear Shorty socks by Denise DeSantis. Why are you laughing? Because I said a million times. Why are we still on that?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What if we just like mime everything and not talk at all during this?
That would be the stupidest thing.
So stupid. So yeah, so these were good. I messed up. I had some difficulty picking up my stitches. It's the first one that I did. Picking up the stitches on the gusset. Do you see that? They're kind of like a little bit wobbly and wonky there. I found that when I was knitting the heel flap back and forth, and this is I guess a typical heel flap. You slip that first stitch. I think I was slipping it not purlwise or wrapping the yarn, in a different way. But then I think I redeemed myself the next time that I did it. It's a lot more, I thought, uniformed. I do like these fit really, really well. This is with Lolo Didit's Quotable Dumbledore in her Sensible sock. Sensible sock? I think it's called Sensible sock.
Yeah, it should be.
And this is the...
No, I don't know if hers is, because Savvy Skeins is Sensible sock.
Oh.
I don't know if Lolo is.
I got Savvy Skeins on the brain. I wrote it... Where did I put my little notes? She has... Everyday sock. I'm sorry. Everyday sock. This is her everyday sock base. I believe it's 75-25. Could be wrong.
Lolo, yeah.
So Lolo did
Is it?
in her earmuffs colorway from the Quotable Dumbledore collection. 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon.
Oh.
Yeah. 440 yards, 100 grams.
Oh, yeah. It's soft.
It's really soft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you block these?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. They're nice.
I just washed them and threw them on the sock blockers. Like, I didn't... I mean... And obviously the sock blockers that we have don't really fit these socks, so they don't really stretch them out so much.
The wood ones,
which is really
though.
nice. I didn't use the wood ones.
You should.
I know. I have... so maybe you guys can weigh in on this a little bit. So we have the wood ones, the wooden sock blockers.
We could sand them down.
So I was thinking that... this wood isn't treated on these sock blockers.
Oh, you want to treat it?
Well, I was thinking like if the moisture, the wetness of it,
I think
like it
that's
would cause some trouble. Like wood can kind of like warp and peel and all that, especially if it's not treated. Like these are not treated. This is just plain wood, and I think there's already some like discoloration.
Where?
Like on the back here. Do you see that?
No, I think that's just natural. I think there's some treatment to it. I think it's okay. It's a little bit harder, obviously, to get the sock over it because it's wood. Like the
Yeah, it's not very smooth.
not this part, but this
Right.
part's fine.
Oh yeah.
That part's actually fine. It's
Oh,
this
that's
part
right.
that's not.
Oh yeah, you're
And
right.
then, so the really cool thing about these, we got these at our local yarn store, Knit New Haven, is they're
Yeah.
adjustable. So you could take the screw out here, and you can still make this foot longer. You can make the leg longer, I think.
Right.
A good amount, too. So, I mean, this could work for everybody. It's by Katrinkles. Let's see if I can
Yeah.
get that to show. Katrinkles. But yeah, these are great.
They are, and they were, you know, they're not inexpensive.
No.
Which is why I kind of didn't want to ruin them. But obviously, like, they're made
For
for socks, so you would think.
Why,
I don't know. It's just me. Like, I don't know. I always thought putting wet things on wood is not a good idea.
While you're doing that, I forgot to mention. So this hat, again with Savvy Skeins, I forgot to mention the colorway. It's rusted wagon wheel. It's not.
How funny was that?
What the heck is it?
I almost died.
Not-
Rusty wheelchair.
Not-
He said
no.
rusty wheelchair. I almost died.
This is rusted wagon wheel, not rusty wheelchair.
Oh my god, I almost died. For those of you who don't watch Sweet Tea No Shade's last podcast. I think they just it was like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure out, I think it was John
yeah.
was trying to figure out the color that Kevin used for
No.
his socks. Oh no, he was trying to
talking about the color that he was knitting.
Right.
I forget what it was with, and he called it
right.
rusted wagon chair, or some like I think it's rusted wagon chair, something like that. I was dying.
Yeah, and then he was like, "No, it's rusty wheelchair or something
Rusty
like
wheelchair.
that."
Yeah.
Anyway,
rusty wheelchair is what he called it.
It was hilarious.
And then, right, Scott told him was like, no, you're thinking
Yeah.
rusted wagon wheel. That's what Kevin used on the Needles
Right.
Like Ready podcast, and we're watching it and cracking up.
Hysterical. Rusty wheelchair. And then they said something about a nursing home colorway or something like that. I thought it was funny. I'm gonna show my last FO.
Yeah, because then I
you
have
like
one. I have one more knit one currently, and then I have my old FO.
yeah, and yours is pretty amazeballs. Not that these aren't. So these, I finally finished my purple socks. These are the classic socks by Melissa Morgan Oakes. Yep.
Yep.
We linked it in our last podcast. I got it out of a book called two at a time socks, like easy, whatever. But she also, her patterns can be found on Ravelry. Kevin found her patterns actually on Ravelry. So that was our link for on our previous show notes, and then we'll put them down below as well for this one. Classic sock. It's very simple. I'm not sure if on Ravelry it's a free pattern, so I don't want to give anything away, but you can pretty much tell what I did with these. These color, honestly, this is probably one of my favorite colors of all time. This purple. I thought I like the tonality of it. Like there's some like little bit of pooling going on here. I think it was so good, so good. So these were Lolo Did It Again. No, not like Lolo Did It Again, but this is Lolo Did It. Although that would be a really cool. Don't look at this part. I'll explain that in a minute. It's a little embarrassing, but whatever. We all have to learn somehow. This is Lolo Did It's her quotable Dumbledore January 2020 colorway. Did I say the other one was January 2020? The other was December 2019 colorway.
Are you sure?
Yep. Nope. No, this is December 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reverse that, what I just said. These were great. These were so good. This is called Aerosed, and this is thick woolen socks. I was really surprised. I have 42 grams left of the purple, and I have about 12 grams left of this tan color.
Okay.
Yeah. I did do these in the Knit Picks needles, the Knit Picks Knitter's Pride.
Yeah, Knit Picks Knitter's Pride 32.
Yeah, this was the first one that I did, so you can see like this is my first ever attempt at magic loop as well. So I had some issues, obviously, with laddering and all of that. But the second sock, by the time I did the second sock, my laddering issues were good. But I didn't realize I should have broken the yarn. And this pattern, you end the heel flap before you pick up the stitches. You end it on a wrong side row. And the purple yarn, because I did it in a contrasting color, the purple yarn's tail, or working yarn, was on the opposite side. So in order for me to get there, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I can just knit across those stitches to then be able to pick up the purple again without having to cut my yarn.
But how did you not do it on that one?
Because I broke the yarn on this one.
Oh, I see.
Yep. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. Why couldn't I just carry it over? Well, that's why, because it makes a stupid stripe over your foot.
So next time,
now I know.
Right, but next time if you follow the one from the Coffee Talk socks,
Yeah.
it has a needle 2.
Mm-hmm.
You add your new yarn, and you purl back. You purl your first row so that you're starting.
Oh, I see what you're
and
saying.
that your working yarn is on the.
So you could just pick it back up again and go around.
So I go back to that one.
Yeah.
Like I went back to that on my vanilla latte. I didn't even look at their pattern for their heel. I don't even know what type of heel it was.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a heel flap and gusset, so I took the heel flap and gusset from the Coffee Talk socks and used that.
Good to know. So those, I love them. They fit really well. I like the heel flap and gusset.
What size? You said 2.25?
I used a 2.25.
How many stitches?
These I did 64 stitches.
Okay.
The other ones I did 72 stitches on a.
Wait, this is 2.5 then?
This is 2.5. I beg your pardon. Thank you. 64 stitches on a 2.5.
Okay.
Which actually worked out really well because the whole sock is pretty much ribbing. So it's nice and, and stretchy. So it fits. Are you yawning a lot? You're right.
I'm tired. I got up at 6:45 today.
Well, and you had some activity yesterday that you're not used to having.
I went to the grocery store.
You're not used to having that
well,
activity.
I got up at 6:45. I worked out already today.
No, you did good. I didn't. All right. So those were them. Did I actually complete my thought?
I have no idea. I think about that all the time when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know if I completed a thought.
Me neither. Coffee's really getting to me.
Like that it's making... Oh, you thirsty for water?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So's my tea.
Yeah.
I'm a little cotton though.
We're having a beautiful day out there today.
Yeah, it's so nice. It started out really dreary and gray. Now it's just blue skies,
58
sunny.
degrees.
Oh, 58. It's
yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, it was freezing this morning, but now it's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Those are all mine. Let's see this one.
All right. So I finished my flax.
You sure did.
This is the Flax Free Pattern by Tin Can Knits. I used my Barocco Ultra Wool, 100% superwash, in color 33117, also known as kohlrabi.
Not the desert.
No, it's a vegetable.
I know. It's a German turnip.
So I followed the pattern pretty much exactly. I did the large size, so it's for a 43-inch chest. Cast on the same number of stitches, US 6, which is a 4 millimeter. Body's knit in a US 8, which is a 5 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a raglan increase. Garter stitch down both arms. And the only thing I did do is here. Do a little turn.
It looks so good.
I took an inch off. This
Good
was
thing
supposed
you
to
did.
measure. Yeah, look, even fits really well
that's
under my
really
arm,
good. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't have like wings.
Nope.
I believe I took an inch off the body. I was supposed to knit from the underarm down 19 and a half inches and then do 1.5 inches of ribbing. I went to, I don't remember. I definitely took at least an inch off, maybe even an inch and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then did my 1.5 ribbing. Same thing for my arm. My arm, I measured. I just kept putting it on, and I did an extra set of decreases. I was supposed to decrease down to 46 stitches. I decreased down to 44. And then I finished that section, and then I did my 1.5 inch of ribbing. I blocked it last night, threw it in the dryer today to complete the dry and get it to shrink a little bit because it looked like a freaking moo-moo.
Potato sack. It sure did. A moo-moo.
Right?
It did
look like a moo-moo. That thing got
true.
huge last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just ruined this. But I love this. It's super soft now.
Mm-hmm. It feels really
like
good.
blocking makes all the difference. It totally changes the way a yarn feels. You think it's soft when you're working with it, but once you block it, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Totally change it. I love this. If you have never ever knit a sweater, I highly recommend this.
That's going to be my sweater. That's
so
going to be the first
easy.
sweater.
And the cool thing about this is you can use this as a template for other sweaters. The only thing I wish, and I think men tend to say this more than women do, is the collar.
Yeah.
It's very wide, so, which I don't mind it.
No, I think it looks good, actually.
I think you do
You still could probably get away without a t-shirt underneath there, or a tank top or something.
No. That'd be so much neck. You'd be seeing my collarbone.
Yeah.
No. I do agree with, so John on Sweet Tea No Shade recently finished one, and they were talking about it as well. I agree that a white, at least in this color, well, button down would be great, but if you're going to wear a t-shirt, I wouldn't wear white. I think it has to be a color. I think it needs to be a pop of color to, and maybe that's kind of the way to, I wouldn't do white with this. I think for me, I would need a color like a brown, a blue, even a gray maybe, but I think you need a pop of color with your undershirt for this. But it's super soft. It's very comfortable. I love it. I think this is going to be a great, even just like,
you can hang out in it.
oh my gosh, a hangout
but
sweater.
You can dress it up. You can go out. I mean, it looks great.
This is a good fire pit sweater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this would be a good like hang out by the fire pit.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
You know what? I bet that would be. I wonder if you could steek that.
Why?
No. Like make another one specifically so that it's more like a
cardigan?
Like a pullover. You know, because like the fit is okay for a guy.
You mean like a cardigan?
Yeah, like a cardigan. Did I say pullover? I'm sorry, like a wraparound cardigan. Or cardigan.
I do have a cardigan that I want to knit in fingering weight. That's super long and like it looks like it's going to be for around the house, but I'm not ready to tackle a fingering weight cardigan by any means.
So interesting. So I can fit into this.
Yeah, we basically fit into the same type of clothes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, when I do mine, I'll have cheated because I could just use your measurements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might even be able to go down a size, possibly.
I don't know.
I was actually really worried too. With this, when I first put it on prior to blocking, there wasn't a bunch of positive ease, so the blocking helped out a lot. Like this, like clung to my muffin top, like it was just. So now I have some room and I can breathe and I can like.
Well, I think it looks very good on you. I think it looks very flattering too.
I love this. Yeah, I love the color. I'm really happy I chose this color.
Me too.
I like kohlrabi.
You don't have anything like that in your wardrobe.
Nothing at all. No. Nothing. So. Very pleased with it.
Yeah, me too. I think you did a really good job.
And then my last FO is something I knit who knows how long ago. I finally got around to weaving in the ends. But I don't know what it's called. I don't know the yarn, and I don't know what it's called. So
we
if
need
you guys
some help.
know what
SOS.
this is, I've looked through my Ravelry library, and I can't find it. This is a sock, like scarf. It's sock yarn.
What kind of sock yarn? It's a little scratchy.
Yeah, it is scratchy.
To be honest.
It is...
This is beautiful, though. Oh, my God, Kevin.
So all I remember about this is that I cast on maybe 3 stitches, and I increased on this side.
Yep.
I got to this point here in the middle.
Yep.
I weighed my yarn, and then I started decreasing. It was meant to use up 1 skein of sock yarn. Now, from what I remember reading, I'm going to throw it on.
Okay.
Is that the type of scarf, we'll say, was popular in Europe. It became popular in Europe, yes.
I love that so much. I want to knit one.
I know. I wish I could find the pattern.
Yeah.
I believe the pattern or the type of scarf begins with SKA. I know that doesn't help a lot.
No.
I feel like the A had a tilde above it.
So SK.
I don't know, and I can't. I was Googling. I went through my library. I went onto Ravelry, did free patterns, fingering weight yarn, made for your neck and torso.
This works all together right now.
Oh, you're colorblind.
I know I'm colorblind. In my head, though, it works really well together.
No, it actually doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
But I do love this. I would like to make another one.
Can I wear it?
Yeah, go for it. But yeah, so like a scarf. Well,
I don't know how to wear a scarf.
I feel like you're throwing on a bib.
A bib?
Yeah. I feel like you're going to tie it in the back and you're going to eat a lobster.
I'm not tying it, or I hate lobster.
Well, you can't eat lobster. You're allergic to it.
Well, I'm allergic to crab.
Shellfish.
I don't know if it's all shellfish.
You've told me shellfish.
I know because it's easier to be like, oh, I'm allergic to crab. But so I don't try shrimp or anything. I don't think I can pull something like this off.
No, see,
you know what this reminds me of?
You look like you're choking.
This looks like a Twi'lek, kind of. Doesn't it? All right. Anyway, so I'm good.
Right.
I'm done with this one. It's scratchy though.
So if anybody can help and you know what this is, I feel.
God, it's beautiful. Was that the yarn that striped like that?
Yeah.
Wow. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Good job.
I wish I knew.
Me too.
All right, so that's
I would love to.
RFOs. Moving on to whips.
Moving on to whips.
Yeah.
Is that? All right. I have 2 whips. I'm going to show this one first because I just cast this one on last night.
Yeah, last night.
Mm-hmm. This is living in my Knit for Brains Harry Potter sock bag, which I absolutely adore. Guys, I'm loving.
Yes.
I'm really loving it. So last time we talked about ancestral yarns on our podcast, Laura from Ancestral Yarns was kind enough to send us 2 skeins of yarn for us to try, give her some feedback. Her story, if you remember, was that all of her colorways and her yarns were inspired by her family's genealogy. So this is in her Rufus. Wow, we're really getting washed out. Her Rufus colorway, it's an 80-20 sock base, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, fingering weight, 100 grams, 400 yards. Oh, I just saw, she just posted on Instagram today that she's got 3 new colorways.
Oh, really?
They look awesome.
Oh, I'm going to have to check
There's
it out.
like, one of them has like a giant pop of color. I'm going to see if I can find it, but this is the Rufus colorway. This caked up, it's gorgeous.
You know what's really nice? It has a little bit of a halo. Too,
yeah, it's absolutely I don't know if you can see the halo in there. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
it's so nice to work with. So I decided that I wanted to do the Rose City Rollers. Rose.
Oh, like a flower?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was roll.
I thought so
roll
too.
the stone down this whatever.
Roll.
I don't know. You know what I mean. Like a dinner roll. Rose City Rollers.
There you go.
Yep. I think it's a free pattern. Maybe it's $1. But it's by Mara Catherine Briner.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Yeah. I know a lot of people have knit this, and it seems like it's a very simple pattern.
It's on my list.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I went with this. I was saying to Kevin when I cast it on, maybe I'll do the actual sock pattern, but I'll throw I'll throw a cuff on it. But then I was like, you know what? Let's just do the roll. Yeah. Let's see what it's all about.
I love roll.
I just cast it. A good roll. So I just cast it on, not casted, because that's not what we do here on this podcast. I'm just kidding. This is knitting up beautifully.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you can see the stitch definition with this yarn. I can't wait to get more of it done so you can really see a good swatch of it. It's striping up a little bit. It's super soft. The roll, it's kind of interesting to manipulate around that.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I didn't
even think about that.
I just started my heel flap. I think I'm 4 rows in.
So I have a question.
What?
Does the pattern so obviously one of the things with socks is that we do the cuff to make it tighter.
Yeah.
Is there anything that makes it a little bit tight? Oh.
No, because it's really it's less than a shorty sock. It's more of just an ankle sock.
Okay.
That I don't think you would really wear it with shoes. I'm sure you can, but I think they would be great for the spring and the summertime.
I want around the house. I love shorty socks around the house.
Yeah, and I think these are probably going to be perfect for that. I'm using my first time ever, because I don't have any. I'm using a Progress Keeper. I put it on the first row of my slip stitches, just so that I can keep count, because I have a bad habit of I start being organized and use hash marks or a stitch counter to count my rows, and then I forget, and then when I go to count the slip stitches in the heel flap.
Oh, you're doing your heel flap already?
Yeah, this is the heel flap. Yeah, welcome to the podcast. I just said it.
But you know what you could do?
What?
This is how I do my heel flap. Is I just count the slip stitch.
Right, but what I was literally just saying was that sometimes I have trouble seeing the slip stitches
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm still a new knitter. Like nothing. Like I'm just starting to get like good stitch definition and like what things are supposed to look like. I think. So I learned from the previous 3 pairs of socks or 2 pairs of socks that had the heel flap that I was really having trouble counting, and then I started picking up more stitches or less stitches than the pattern called for. So I just thought that this would be a good way for me to keep track. This is where they start and this is where it ends. But I am absolutely loving this yarn, and if you haven't already, check out Ancestral Yarns. She's on Instagram
And Etsy.
and Etsy.
We'll put her in show notes.
Yep. And she likes to see your projects, so hashtag Ancestral Yarns on Etsy.
Oh, you should post a picture.
I'm going to.
Good
I
job.
just cast it on, so I'm going to do that today. I'm
Nice.
gonna post a little picture. Yeah, I honestly cannot wait for these. I think, like, now that I'm seeing it, I think it's just beautiful. I love it so much. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a pair soon. I probably bang those
You
out pretty
should.
quickly.
Yeah. You'll probably be done with, like, 4 pairs before I'm done with my first, but
Well, I do have a smaller foot.
you do. But you're also a faster knitter than I am.
I don't know. I don't think I'm fast. I feel like I'm slow.
No, you are. Somebody had asked if, like, we would knit on our podcast one day.
I totally didn't even
And I
talk.
love this bag so much. This is, like, the best bag I've ever...
I didn't even talk to you about this. I was thinking about doing a live one because we hit, and we didn't even mention this before, we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh
and I
my-
don't think we
I
did.
can't.
So,
I don't even want to talk about it.
all right. Well, we are.
I mean,
real
we
quick.
could, but-
We're going to just, I was going to say sidebar. Sidebar.
So who does that?
Cozy Up Knits.
Cozy Up
Sidebar.
Knits.
Yeah, so we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody who's totally been coming out in full force, super supportive. The likes, the comments, all that stuff. We have so much
I
fun
love
with
the
it.
comments.
Yeah.
They feel like it's so nice. And honestly, guys, you've been so positive. It brings us a
Yes.
smile. Knowing that, like, people make comments like, oh, you made my day. It's nice
Yeah.
to see your interaction, and, you made me smile. I love that.
Yeah.
I really love hearing that. And then it in turn makes us smile and makes us very happy, and it makes our day. So
There was one recently that we just got over the past couple of days that I liked. It made me feel good because sometimes you worry. What was it? Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Oh, this was from Red Gingerbread Pam. Said, really enjoy the podcast. Stay real and not over edit. I prefer these types of videos. Feels more like hanging out with friends instead of watching TV.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just what watching other podcasts felt like to me when I first started
Just like
watching,
hanging out.
like Ross, Grocery Girls, now Cozy Up Knits, Sweet Tea No Shave, Fiber Hustle, like those. It was like watching, like not watching TV, just like hanging out.
Hanging
It
out.
was exactly like hanging out, and I could pick up my knitting and just hang out.
yeah.
So
make
I'm
up
glad
coffee. Absolutely.
I'm glad that that's the kind of
Yeah, it makes
feel
me
that
feel-
we're getting across to people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking, since we hit 1,000, what if we did do a live outside
I don't
of
know
our
if people would come.
outside of our normal podcast, like
Yeah.
on a different, like let's say a different Sunday,
Like a knit night or a knit day or something like that, and just
or
kinda
like
come
next
in.
Sunday. I mean, I'm going to be home all day, so
Yeah.
maybe. So we'll think about that. You guys let us know if you would like us to do one. If so, we will look into maybe doing a live.
And it wouldn't take place of our regular podcast. It would just be a way to like hang out and shoot the stuff, shoot the breeze.
Yeah,
not to
let us
swear.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That would
do.
be
I
fun.
try not to swear. If we do, I don't really care, but I try
Yeah,
to be
same.
good about it a little bit better.
But it is what it is. We are who we are.
I mean, yeah, we're human. We swear.
Right.
All right. Why don't you show your next one? Because mine's an old one. I didn't really do. I haven't even worked on it. So show your next one.
Okay, so the next one that I'm doing is by Jared Flood. It's the Cool Haas, Haas. That's what it's supposed to look like.
It's so
There,
pretty.
it's-
It's one of my favorite knits.
Super cool,
I did this.
but not but. I mean, it's. I could share this with you guys. It's pearls and cables. That's basically what this pattern is. Two of the things that hold me up the most with knitting.
I've done one. I did the one. When's this from? Maybe
that's the one
May.
that you did.
Yeah, so May of
Where did you get
2019.
that?
What?
Oh, and on the egg.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I did this, and I donated it to somebody,
I forgot what his name was.
but this was mine. Let's see.
Pull it away a little bit. It's getting a little bit washed out. But
Yeah, because it's on a white background. But it's one of my favorite hats.
yeah, it looks really good.
I used Molly Girl yarn with that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I love Molly Girl
Yeah,
yarn.
me too. What colorway was that one? Do you remember?
No idea.
Well, this I am using Northbound Knitting in our February or Gray Club colorway. It is their. This was from the February Club. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it really got blown. Maybe
I
just because
know.
it's so much sunnier
No,
too.
it's that fence. We really have to close that curtain like all the way. This is MCN in worsted. It's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. It's 100 grams, 181 yards.
Super soft.
Soft is an understatement. It is
Understatement.
understatement.
I understated the softness.
How this is called Steely Knives. This is amazing, right? Is that like
Yeah.
rust or blood or something?
Where? Yeah, I can see the
Right?
blood. Yep,
Yeah.
blood. What do you think the purple is?
Where's purple? It's like a grayish purple.
No, right here is like purple and plum.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they were cutting fruit and then they decided that they didn't like
The person they were cutting the fruit for?
Yeah. I didn't get very far. I got through. It's an 8-round repeat. I got through my first 8 rounds. You kind of can see. I honestly think the pattern looks a little bit nicer when it's
A tonal.
a tonal color, but I think it's gonna feel really amazing on my
Yeah.
head.
I kind of agree with you.
Right, with the tonal. Remember I had said that? I was
Yeah,
like,
can
I don't
I-
know if this is going to
do
be...
you mind if I look?
No, please.
I kind of agree. I kind of agree with you. This is a lot darker than I
Yeah,
would have thought.
yeah.
So I almost agree that it might be better with a lighter color and a solid.
More solid. Like some speckling is, I think, okay, but this
from
is so
here, you
heavily...
like from here, you can't see that pattern at all.
No. No.
But it's such a good pattern.
It is. Maybe once I do more... I mean, you can see depending on the angle, I guess. I just saw a little bit, like, on the sides. You can kind of... I don't know.
I mean,
I'll
if
tell you this,
like
though.
it and you're going to wear it, who cares?
I am. And I think this is going to feel like...
Yes.
Right? It's going to feel so good on my head. And you know what? Unless you get up close to me, and maybe even when it stretches out a little bit more,
Yes.
you know, you should be able to see the pattern a little bit better.
So I will say, I felt the same way when I was knitting mine.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know if the yarn was going to benefit the pattern.
This
Because
smell-
that's
Oh, it smells good.
I mean, that's a key thing about knitting, right?
it's so
you have
soft.
to.
Sorry. Go on.
You're like making out with your yarn
Sorry,
over
it's
there.
delicious.
You have to have the right yarn. The yarn makes the pattern. Like
It does.
If you get, and like him and I, we've been talking about that. Where if I find a pattern that calls for superwash yarn, I try to stick with superwash. Because if I went with 100% natural wool,
Yeah.
it could, it may change the way that the end product just, I think, right? I don't think I'm the only one. I also have an issue with combining, which I may do. So I guess maybe I don't, but combining a natural wool with a superwash
I don't
wool,
think it's that big of a deal, to be honest with you.
I think it can be.
Depends
The
on, like,
structure of them
unless
are
you're going to
different.
make it for a kid, that you're going to, like, need to throw it in the washing machine.
No, but
I get the structure. I know. But, like, overall...
like natural wool is just more structured. It doesn't
Yeah.
have the same drape
Right,
that
sure.
a superwash does.
So, like, in a shawl or something like that.
Right. So that's why I don't know with the upcoming project if I'm going to go how I'm going to go.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your whip. I'm going to move on
It's
to
my
my
whip.
whip.
We're
and
at
then-
an hour almost already.
I know,
and
that's
we
what
still
I
have
just
a
saw
lot
that.
to
So
show.
I'm like, I better move.
Holy crap.
All right.
Is anybody
So-
still there?
All right, guys. So I haven't.
I didn't
this
say
out
hi to
yet.
my mom today.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hi, Mom.
I'm going to, now that this is the only thing on my needles. Well, that's a lie. I have socks still on my needles, but I still haven't made a decision.
I don't know why you didn't make a decision.
But this
Everybody
is
gave you
My
good advice.
Clockwork by Stephen West.
My Clockwork.
It's going to be for Ray. This is using Brooklyn Tweed Perry in Henge and Admiral. So blue, gray. I love it. I will now be moving on to this, and this will be my knit. I'm in the second section. It's 2 sections and then a I-cord bind off. So I'm in my second section. I'm 2 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows into the second section. So I don't have too many more rows left, but it's just, you're doing a shawl. Now I'm at a lot of stitches.
Yeah,
So-
and it's fingering weight.
Yeah, it's fingering weight.
It feels good. 100% merino.
No, it's
Yeah.
Is it merino?
Yep. 100% American merino wool.
Oh, but it's not superwash.
No, it's not superwash.
Brooklyn Tweed doesn't do superwash.
No, and Brooklyn Tweed, I don't think that they still have that sale going on, do they?
I don't know.
I don't know
Yes.
either. We were watching, who the heck were we watching? Pitchfork Fibers last night. Yeah, he bought a couple of sweater quantities of Brooklyn Tweed. And if they are still having the sale, you should just check them out. They were having like up to 30% off. You chose kind of what you wanted to give.
I'll check now.
Okay. And then the proceeds would go to your local yarn shop to help them out through these days. So our local yarn shop is still open at New Haven. They're doing curbside pickup, as is I think a lot of local yarn stores or shops. So anything you can kind of do to help them out, even if you don't want to like go there and put an order in and pick it up at the store, you can still kind of support them, which I think is really fantastic.
Yes, they still are.
Okay.
So you can get a discount up to 30% off the full retail, and then Brooklyn Tweed will be, and then they will credit, I think, the discounted amount to the stockist of your choice. So if your local yarn store carries Brooklyn Tweed,
Which ours does. We're
Right.
lucky enough that ours
you could
does.
buy your yarn from Brooklyn Tweed, get up to 30% off. You can get 10, 20, or 30% off. You choose. And then whatever you get off in the discounted amount goes to your local stockist.
That's fantastic.
I believe that's how it works. But yes, they still have that going on.
Wow.
So let's talk about our upcoming knit, the project we're both going to be starting.
Yes, I am so excited about this. I can't even tell you. I was so ready to cast it on, but I wanted to wait until we actually talked about it again.
Oh, and I have something else. Oh, yeah. Guys, I'm really sorry. I think this is going to be a little bit longer than normal.
I think so too. I don't know why, because I thought we didn't.
We like powered
I
through.
feel like we were powering through
Because
like,
we're
we
doing
were
that-
business. No, maybe not.
All right, move on.
I don't know, but I finished my cup of coffee already, so that just goes to show you. So this is the Boneyard Shawl. We want to cast on the Boneyard Shawl. The two of us, we kind of talked about it on our last podcast by Stephen West.
I just found out this is the first.
It's a free pattern, so I'm
It's
not giving
free
anything
pattern.
away.
It's the first pattern he designed.
Yep.
I watched the old episode from Christy Glass Manch with Stephen West recently.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't watched that, watch that one. Watch the one with Maxim Sear, and Vincent Delzon, whatever. So designs by Dell. Those, I watched Corda Lark as
What
well.
are you trying to say? Like,
His name on Instagram.
Is that what it's called?
It's I don't know.
Cordelork? I don't think I
Lark.
follow him. I follow Max.
But so yeah, so I watched those 4 recently. They're really good. And Stephen West talked about this one I think it's a crazy number of downloads, and it's his first design.
Yeah. So this is a solid for the salad pattern, but there are
Striped versions.
striped versions.
On
Kevin's
Ravelry.
going to go a little bit cray, so I'll show you my yarn choices first because I have officially made my yarn choices, and I am going to stripe this as well, but I'm only going to use 2 colors. This is actually,
What?
I was going to say, is like true to color.
Yes, it's very true.
So this is true to color here.
Yeah.
So it's like a creamy
White.
whitish here.
It's like a beet. No, it's
Yeah.
white.
Yeah, it's white, but there's like a off white. It's off white. See, there's like a little halo under like different color.
Yeah.
And this is like a nice tweedy, mustardy yellow.
Yeah. Like a goldenrod, maybe.
Look at me with my colors. So these, I think, go.
Do they have names?
No, I was gonna. You know what? I wasn't prepared. I mean, I was prepared, but not as prepared. I was gonna go to
Cascade.
Cascade because these are Cascade yarns, Aegean wool.
Oh, good job.
Thank you. It's 100% organic wool.
Oh, look, you have color 1.
I know. It's 100 grams, 328 yards, which is really nice because the pattern calls for 654 yards. And each one of these has 328 yards.
So 56. So you'll have 656.
What did I ask? What does it ask for? 654.
So you have 4 extra yards.
That's not
That's
scary
yarn
at all.
chicken.
That is yarn chicken. But What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was gonna look on their website because I'm pretty sure that on their websites a lot of times they list the colorway,
Yeah.
but on the actual ball band they don't. It just says the color number. So this is color number 1. I don't know what I'm even trying to show. Color number 1, and this one is color number 7, and it's not a super wash.
Yeah, no.
No.
They're not.
Nope.
And then
But I love these. I think these are going to be really cool. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do possibly a 4 color.
Because you're just crazy.
I'm going Brooklyn Tweed Arbor.
Ugh.
So this is color number 1. This is Sashiko.
What does that mean? That's the color?
Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah. It's actually
Sashiko.
really close to...
It's almost a navy.
Yeah, it's like a
It's
dark
like a nice navy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Shiko.
It's
Then-
close to my... What did I have? Fleet?
Then I'm going to go with, yeah,
My Arbor Fleet?
then
It's
Butte.
close to that color. Ooh.
This like terracotta-y, rusty orange. So Butte. I don't know
It's
if I
a
should-
beaut.
And then
Yeah.
color number 6.
Yeah.
And the one color.
So let's
I
hold them all
don't-
together.
Right, so those 3.
Uh-huh.
And then
I like that.
possibly Savvy Skeins, Rusted Wagon Wheel, Held Double. But this is superwash, so that's where I struggle because I don't like mixing
wouldn't struggle.
textures.
I wouldn't
But
struggle
I
with
think
it.
I think this needs to go in there.
Yeah. Well, these 3 are very woolly.
Yeah.
Held double. I mean, I think it's beautiful.
I don't remember.
It's going to be fun.
I
This
think
is-
Held Double though.
So I think with all of these, this is a Stephen West. This screams, I think, Stephen West. I think Stephen West would choose
I
this.
think fingering Held Double is worsted though.
No, I think fingering held double is DK.
I'm gonna have to look. I think
Let's
it's
look it up.
worsted.
Okay.
I'll look it up later. I want to say fingering Held
Mhm.
Double is worsted.
Okay.
So then
Do you want to
can't-
ask?
No, she gets obnoxious sometimes, so I'm not talking to her. So that's what we're going to be casting on.
Yeah, I think that's really great.
So, new section is Breaking the Bank,
Yeah.
right? So let's start
Breaking
with
the bank.
our.
Does
Let's start
anybody
with
need
our,
a potty break?
No.
I'm good.
You're good. He peed before.
Pause
so,
now.
So he doesn't have to pee today.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so let's start with our yarn clubs.
Okay.
All right, so let's do Northbound Knitting. Do you have yours?
Northbound knitting. Yes, I have a project associated with this too.
Okay. So
I'm
this
just
is
gonna-
our last shipment of Northbound Knitting, so we won't be getting them anymore.
Oh my god, look at that.
I did love it.
We can't get our hair cut.
I know. That's why I literally have no idea what I'm going to
I
do.
know.
I'm at
Oh my
3
god,
weeks.
like look
in.
at this.
As soon as it starts
It's
touching my
embarrassing.
ear, I'm going to die.
Wow.
I might shave it
No. Why?
because I don't know what to do.
I think that's silly.
Look at that
Let's
freaking
do
great.
this.
No, don't. All right. So Northbound Knitting. I got in my last shipment. This is another stock yarn. We got Happy Place is our main color,
Oh.
and then I got Sweets is my mini.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some gray and green, and there's some like chartreusey,
Chartreusey.
some teal
Point to chartreusey.
right here. Isn't that like baby throw up is
that, like,
chartreuse?
green.
Yeah, isn't that what chartreuse is?
Baby throw up? I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I don't know. I don't know. People use it often, but this is
I know
green.
it sounds really fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But it's nice.
I might use all 3 of my skeins in a
Very
shawl. All 3 of my Northbound Knitting skeins in a shawl, and use the
Oh, I see.
minis as like accent colors.
Okay. Great idea.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was my last Northbound Knitting. Where's
This
yours?
one is mine. Happy Place. This is Superwash Merino DK. Same colors. There's your chartreuse,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Let's take this off. I'm not going to open this skein.
What?
Sorry, gents.
Oh, what's mine? Mine's 75-25.
Okay. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I love about your pink on yours here is much darker.
Yeah. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
closer
really
to
nice.
gray.
What?
It's closer to gray.
The pink is closer to gray?
Yeah, like darker. It's closer to gray than it is to pink.
I see.
Do you know what I'm saying? So in to stick with my theme with these yarns.
Yeah.
I need to get my. Do I need to pluck my eyebrows?
I don't know, but you know what?
I've never done that. What?
Why is it that as we get older, like we get stupid hair?
I know, in weird places.
I was thinking, like, why am I getting hair
in your ears?
in my ear?
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna have a hard enough time hearing. I don't need anything impeding sound from going into my ear.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I don't know if I like how this looks. All right, we're getting weird now. So I'm gonna make this a hat. This is going to be Ray's hat. I think I talked about this. Boy, what a mess. If you guys can see what a mess my desk looks like over here, because it's a mess. This is the Ray's hat. I've showed this before. I was waiting for some DK yarn. This is a paid for pattern though. You can see, I was kind of trying to describe it in the last podcast. You can see the brim here. I think this is Ray, the designer's husband. The brim has, like, it continues up in certain places along the crown.
Yeah,
Of the
I've
hat.
seen this on another podcast.
I wish that there was another picture. There's not, and it's very
did this?
dark.
Who knit this?
I can't remember.
Somebody's knit it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it with this because now I have the cold hat. I have the.
Oh, that's DK.
It's DK, and this calls for DK.
No.
What?
I was gonna say this.
This is by Molly Klein Design.
I was thinking this would be really good for the Cool House.
Oh, maybe, but it's too late because I'm making the Cool House in something else.
This is a heavy DK. This leans almost worsted.
Well, this says you can use 1 skein of DK weight yarn or light worsted. So if that wasn't perfectly made for each other, I don't know what is. I'm going to do this. This will be in that. Then that's the end of our Northbound Knitting.
Yeah, that was our last one.
It was only 3. It was 3 colorways.
Yeah, we never done
great
clubs
club.
together, so we decided to give it a shot.
Glad that we did.
Our
Really
Lolo
nice.
did it. Dumbledore.
Lolo did it. Dumbledore. You can show yours because yours is already.
So
on
we
the
both got
package.
this.
This one I love. This is great colors.
So this is March 2020. This is happiness can be found even in the darkest of times.
Which is one of my favorite quotes. That
If only one remembers to turn on the light.
Yeah.
Let's just take it out.
Yeah, please.
So we have happiness. I haven't even looked at the names.
You didn't?
No, this is happiness. So this is 85 extra fine superwash merino, 15% nylon, and we have light.
Look at that pop of yellow in there.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
And then this has
some speckles
really
in
tonal
there.
And then a little some speckles there. This, oh look, and some darkness there. This one I love.
I know. You know what? Let's open it. Do you know how to wrap them back up again?
Maybe.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like here's the speckles on this side.
Yep. Really, really nice.
Yeah. This is
really nice. Yeah. Are you gonna try to? We're all watching you. No pressure.
All right. So while I'm doing that, why don't you do some of our?
All right.
These here. All of those.
Yeah, these. Or just to start.
Oh, I don't know that.
I don't know what this is.
That is.
How about you do that one because I don't really understand. Oh, that's the $20 one, right?
Yeah, that I got on sale.
Yeah. You can talk about that one. I'll talk about this because I have a crush on Savvy Skeins yarn.
I have a crush on Savvy Skeins yarn.
Well,
I'm the one who introduced you to Savvy Skeins.
Whatever. I know you really would. No, I think the Golden Girls, the Grocery Girls were.
I did.
I do love the Golden Girls though. So we
I don't know that I'm gonna get this back on. But look, I didn't do too bad.
Oh no, you did good.
Right, not bad.
Good job. We've been kind of eyeing some Savvy Skeins colorways. What am I trying to say?
Colorways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been dying to get some more. That the Rusted Wagon Wheel was just amazing, and we've been kind of watching what she's been dyeing.
Like every day.
Yeah, I know, every day. And it was funny because she was going to a show, I want to say maybe about a month ago before this all kind of happened, a trunk show. And her shop was down because I think she was taking everything to the trunk show. Well, anyway, the trunk show was canceled, so we're like sitting on her shop waiting for it to like open again. And I know she was kind of hurting because she was supposed to be at a couple of different shows as well. And then, then the world kind of went to the way that it
Yeah.
did. So anyway, long story short, we've got 3
Skeins of DK.
of DK because we needed some more DK in our lives.
DK is our least filled shelf of yarn.
Yes. This one we both love so much. This is called Moss on Oak in her Optimum DK, which is it's 250 yards, 100 grams, 100% superwash merino. I mean,
I'm trying. So, and what what I've been trying to do is kind of go outside of our wheelhouse, my wheelhouse of colors. This isn't something I would have typically picked, but I love that color so much. I love the green and the brown and the orange.
It's beautiful.
Again, like that rust.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Yep. Really beautiful.
And then we also got...
This actually feels a little woolly to me.
This one?
Yeah.
So, but you know what?
Maybe it's really tight.
It's
tightly wound.
especially like compared to this. But once you throw that in freaking soak and it's knit up.
Oh, I know.
So we're at an hour and 10 minutes.
I know.
All right. So next up, this is called Pumpkin Spice Latte.
And that's better. I was gonna say it's getting really washed out, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, this is
that's really good.
So again, just a really nice.
I would love to drink it.
I would. Oh my god,
Wouldn't
one of my favorite. I miss our pumpkin coffee.
Me too. Pumpkin coffee comes back in friggin' August anyway.
Yeah,
so
but I don't like
long.
drinking it until September 1st. I think that it's sacrilege to drink coffee that's flavored like pumpkin before, like.
I thought it was October that we started.
No,
maybe it was September.
I'll do September because fall falls in September, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But August is a hell no.
I know.
Pumpkin coffee. I can't do it. I loved it. I love this.
Me too.
This actually kind of is a little bit Shatar-like, right?
A little bit.
A little bit.
There was
intense.
Yeah, it's more Snarf looking. Remember Snarf?
I love Snarf.
Me too.
And then the
he
last
had a little
one
bit more like whites and creams.
we got is Boots and Spurs.
Oh, this one. So we have a thing with grays.
But this is gray and
look at
brown
that.
and some, like a whole bunch of different shades of gray. Some blue grays, some true grays, light gray back here. This one's really, really pretty.
It really is. What color is this? Like
this
dark?
would be a fantastic sweater.
What is this one?
Where?
Like a purpley? No, it's like a black, dark.
Yeah, it's dark. It's like black, dark gray.
Yeah.
That would be a great sweater. I would love
you in these sweaters.
I want. Oh, right. Here we go.
Oh, this is so good.
I almost guys, this close. It was in my cart. So last week, Tannis Fiber Arts released the City Limits sweater pattern for free for 1 week. It's no longer free. Last Wednesday, was it this past Wednesday or the Wednesday before? I think the Wednesday before, not the one that just passed, but so almost 2 weeks ago now. She did a shop update and she had fade kits for City Limits sweater. I almost bought the Orion one. I had it in my cart. There were 9 left. I had it in my cart and I was debating on buying the second one.
I didn't see the Orion one. Thank God I didn't.
Because shipping was $20. So I couldn't pay $20 in shipping. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I was trying to see, would it make sense to add a second item to the cart just to get myself to that point where I could get free shipping. And I just never went through with it. But whatever. All right. So next up, I got this into the... So this is from... See? Psycho.
You probably
Echo.
didn't hear that.
Echo all the way downstairs was just replying to me.
Alexa was just talking to us. She can hear you. But how did she hear you downstairs?
I
What did
have
she
no
think
idea.
you said?
There's probably a ghost down there. Or maybe Tarquin's talking to her. I don't know.
Can you imagine? If that dog will talk to her and not to us, I'll be pissed off. Because sometimes I really need him to tell us what he wants.
So this is Into the World Yarn and Fiber Co. This is another DK. It's speckled dyed Dresden is the base. Colorway is Agree to Disagree. It's a 4-ply superwash merino, 100 grams, 230 yards. It's kind of like the pumpkin spice latte, but darker.
Yeah.
Like, actually, hold those up. They're very similar.
Oh,
in
they
color.
are similar.
I didn't realize that.
Me neither.
They might look good together in something.
Like a fade. Right?
No.
So it's pretty rare that you can do a fade with speckles, but they're very similar. Like, this could be a fade.
I was just thinking, what if I did that for the Stephen West?
Okay, I'm done with you. You make a goddamn decision, because otherwise I'm going to start without you. But yes, they're beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh, this feels really
Oh my gosh.
really nice. Here we go.
Guys, what do you think? Oh my goodness. Maybe.
It's getting washed out here. If it wasn't...
I know.
I know. Oh!
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was Into the Wild. This I got on
I
sale.
keep wanting to like sing Into the Woods, you know, like
Right?
Into the Woods.
And it's not Into the Wilds. It's Into the World. Like world.
Why do
like
you keep saying wild?
I have no idea.
Do
Probably
you-
because the movie just came out, right?
Oh.
With Harrison Ford. So Into the World.
World. W.
HIRLED.
Good.
Agree to disagree. I went to their shop
It's like
the other
us.
day. If they had what? We agree to disagree.
See?
If they had more, I was going to buy some more because I really do love this.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's very squishy. I love a good squishy art. This has a good bounce. They all do. But this one I really like. I love.
I'm very excited about our yarn purchases.
And then last one is another company I've been eyeing.
This is breaking the bank. Holy crap. This is yarn
No.
piggery.
No, what we did is we had a budget.
I know, you're right.
We had a budget plan, and we didn't even spend our budget.
No, I know.
We had a budget plan for
That's pretty scary.
Stitches United.
We also need to get bags. That was part of our budget too. We wanted.
I
to
know.
get some.
I've been looking, and I just can't. I haven't found the right bag that I want.
I want to get a, like you were saying, like you wanted to get like a Buffy bag or something like that. I want to get like a good, like fun bag.
Yeah.
Like Knit All the Yarn. Remember she has that like
Yeah.
R2D2 bag or
Yeah.
something like that, or C3PO bag. Pretty cool. I want something cool.
So this one, the two of us saw on Instagram. These three skeins put together, and I just thought that they're fantastic together. So they may be something together, they may not, but I just fell in love with them. This is all by Barnyard Knits. Oops. So we have Desert Landscape. These are all fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463
Does anybody else
yards
smell their
for
yarn?
100 every single time I
Oh.
use it. This one is called Fading Light. So that one's just so pretty.
This one is Country Cupboard, I believe.
I love that. I love
This
them.
one is probably, like it's.
They're all just so good. They complement each other
They
so
are.
well.
You know what? They feel calming to me. Like the way that she dyes this. Like it doesn't feel like super like crazy in your face. It's just like calm
You know what?
and like
You know what I love is that the colors are
gentle.
muted. Kind of
muted.
like
Maybe that's
muted,
where I'm going with.
right?
Not calming, but like muted.
They're muted.
I do
They're-
appreciate that, I think, at times.
I love this one.
Yeah.
I will buy from Barnyard Knits again. I've eyed
Yeah,
Barnyard
it's
Knits
really
on
pretty.
Instagram for years.
Yep.
So I'm happy to finally make a purchase.
Really, really pretty.
And
I
yeah,
love it.
and that's all the yarn.
That's
That is
enough.
all the yarn.
That's
the
holy
yarn,
hell.
the whips, the FOs. So that's everything. Oh wait, one last thing.
We have a lot of things to say still.
Wait, I have one last thing. So
Okay.
I'm doing my first test knit, guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing the Wonderland.
Are you
socks.
allowed to show this?
Yes, Wonderland socks.
Are you sure?
Yes, by Makers Knitting.
Did you ask?
I got it in my email that said I could.
Okay, good.
So I'm waiting for yarn.
Those look amazing.
It is the yarn I bought is from Harbor Fiber. So I bought this blue, like the blue in the sock, but then I got a nice hunter green
That's gonna
for
be
the heel
beautiful.
and the toe. So it was really nice. Being a test knitter, we got a discount code for it, so I was able to get a discount on it. So that's the only reason I picked it up.
bump.
I have a ton of sock yarn right now, so I could have used any of the ones that I have. But
We
I
do have
wanted
quite
to-
a bit of sock yarn,
I didn't want to,
which is good.
kind of use what being my first test knit, what the designer's recommending. So I have that until the middle of May. I have to finish it by the middle of May. So I'm just waiting to hear on when the yarn ships. And once I get it, I will cast that on immediately and do my first test knit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Me too.
All right.
That's so exciting.
What else did we have to talk about? Oh, yes, we
So-
have that thing.
Two things. We are going to be doing a.
We talked about that.
We did.
Yeah, in the
What
middle.
did we say?
About our 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
We thanked everybody. We had a whole little bit about it.
Oh,
right,
are we
like,
doing a giveaway for
we-
that?
So we are going to.
I was like, we did.
Well, we talked about it and we thanked everybody and
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah, no,
comments
I
and stuff.
appreciate that.
So we do want to do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We just don't know how to do it with
Yeah.
everything that's going on right now. So we will do one.
Okay.
We're going to figure it out. We have a bag that from Knit for Brains that we would like to give away. We showed it on last week's podcast.
Yep.
So that is something. We also will probably throw in like a skein or two of yarn.
Yep.
We just have to figure out shipping. Because it's a little
'Cause right
scary.
now it
it's
is-
scary to go out there, even though we're buying yarn from people and we're having
know.
them shipped to us. So maybe that's stupid.
Yeah.
So we just have to talk about it a little bit more. And once we have that set. We'll have it set by the decision made on how we're going to handle it by the next podcast.
Yeah, because we want to be safe overall. We want to be
Right.
safe. We want you guys to be safe.
Yeah. Because for me too, it's scary getting mail. We were talking about that today. Like, it's scary. You don't know
where it came from,
who's touched it
I
along
know.
the way.
It's so
It's
sad
just-
that we live in a
it's
world
such
like
a
that. But
it's such a weird thing to have to worry about right now. But that's like.
But we will be doing something because I
obviously
can't even put to words.
Yeah.
We can't even really put into words
it's
how
ridiculous.
Yeah, how amazing it feels that you guys actually subscribe to us and you watch us. We have over 2,000 views on our, one of our videos, maybe soon to be 2 other videos. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are watching, and it's the feedback has been nice, and I can't even.
Yeah, the interaction's cool. The interaction, like.
Yeah,
I
I
would-
love when I get a
look,
DM from somebody just out of the blue.
Oh my gosh,
like,
I love
hey, I
getting
just wanted to say
yeah.
thanks. Like whatever.
The DMs are
It's
fun.
cool.
The Ravelry group.
Fun. Yeah.
And if you guys have any suggestions for threads in that Ravelry group, let us know. Because honest to gosh, going into this, I did not think that like a bunch of people would watch.
I
So
know.
I didn't like plan that far ahead, like
I
what to
know.
do in the Ravelry group.
Right.
So any suggestions you guys have, please certainly feel free
Well, you
to
know
reach
what I
out to us.
appreciate in the Ravelry group now is that people are talking to each other.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yep.
I check every day and see what people post, but it's not every day that I can respond. I have to kind of settle down a little bit. Yep. But anyway, it's nice to see somebody posts a finished object or what they're working on, and then other people are responding back. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself these videos are getting longer and longer.
Yeah. Okay.
So all right,
Last.
go ahead.
Last
You
one.
you've been the most involved in that, so you talk about it.
Our make along. So
Oh,
we've
wow.
made. I know.
You went really
Whoa.
close.
So we've made a decision.
Almost knocked over your
I
whole
sure did.
computer.
My computer. I'm excited about this. I think it's really cool. We're gonna do our first make along. We ironed out the details. It's gonna be a joint make along between Needles at the Ready podcast, Happy Little Yarn, Amy and Andrea over at the Cat Lady podcast, CATT, Craft All the Things. 3 of us decided that we wanted to do a make along. We were kind of figuring out what we wanted to do, what the theme was going to be, and then we decided that life right now is a little bit stressful for everybody, and those of you who are parents are tasked with homeschooling your children. Some of you are still working, some of you are not working, and it's just hard as hell to keep your lives together. So we are going to do the stress-free make-along. So it's basically something that we all can do that's accessible to everybody. The rules are that it needs to be a free pattern.
Yep.
Since the stress-free. So free pattern on Ravelry or websites, wherever you get it. It's a true make-along, so it's whatever the hell you want to do. You can do knitting, crocheting, paper crafts, sewing.
Ooh, sewing.
Right?
Yeah.
Make some bags if you want to send them our way. No, I'm just kidding. So, I
You
know.
You do that every week.
Every time.
You beg for bags.
Hint, hint.
You're a bag beggar.
I am a bag beggar. I don't have very many. So anyway, we are going to start it on... So the rules are, whips are allowed. Free pattern, that's the only thing, is we want to make sure, you guys can pretty much enter whatever the hell you want to in this thing. Something that you can keep stress-free, simple...
Like a mindless knit.
Mindless knit,
Right.
whatever. Or if, maybe you're at a level where, you can, do cabling with your eyes closed
But
or whatever
something that's
like
just
that.
not
Yeah,
complicated.
Right.
That's
that you can
going
knit,
to relax you.
Right. You can knit a little bit, make a little bit in between dinner. You can, in between putting your kids to bed or whatever. And what else was I going to say? So whips are allowed.
Yep.
We are going to be having a...
Did you say start date? April 15th?
Start date, April 15th, which is tax day, so we're going to kind of stick it to the man, completely stress-free. We're going to start something. Taxes are super stressful, so I don't know if it's... I think they gave an extension, but really, anyway, April
July.
15th. So we're going to start April 15th. The end date is going to really be to be determined. We're going to have this open throughout the entirety of this...
Through Rona. Until Rona's gone.
Until Rona is away.
Once Rona has been exterminated, then
we'll determine an end date. But we really want to get everybody involved. We want to just make it huge. We're going to have chatter threads. We're going to have FO threads on all 3 of our Ravelry groups. So if you don't already, please follow Happy Little Yarn. Sorry, we're getting comments from Follow Happy Little Yarn on Ravelry. Follow the Cat Lady podcast. We'll have the links below
Yes.
this video. Every project you enter in all 3 different places are 3 entries into our make-along. By the end of it, we will also, because we don't know how long this is going to last for, so what we're going to do, talk to the 2 other podcasts, what we're going to do is every time we podcast, we're going to draw a random number. We're going to choose somebody from the FO thread, and we're going to showcase them on our podcast. We'll look at the project that they made. We'll give them a little shout out. We'll just kind of talk about it a little bit. I think that'd be kind of cool to keep everybody involved. The whole goal is to just really let's get as many people as possible involved, make something positive, make something easy, feel like you've accomplished something. Join our group if you haven't already on Ravelry. And that's kind of what our make-along is going to be. It's just going to be the stress-free...
The chillest of the chill.
Totally.
All right.
But please use a free pattern. If you do post something in there, please use a free pattern just so that it's accessible for everybody else in case they want to knit it. Because if we do choose something that we will, showcase, we'll point people in the right direction too if they wanted to knit it as well. So we want to keep it accessible to everybody.
All right, cool beans.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's everything. We're almost at an hour and a half. These are getting longer and longer.
I know.
We are long-winded.
We are. I didn't think that we had much to say today.
We had a lot of yarn. Between us, we had 7 FOs, 3 whips, and 500 skeins of yarn.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot to talk about.
That is a lot to talk about.
I hope we hit everything. I hope we mentioned everything. I always feel like I forget to needle size or yarn color or whatever.
If we miss something, ask.
Yeah, ask us.
Please.
Guys, feel free to send us messages on Instagram, on Ravelry.
Yep.
We do get back to everybody, I think. I hope so.
Comments below.
If not,
the YouTube video.
Yep, comments below.
Mm-hmm.
We reply to those as often as we can. And thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys continue to stay safe. Enjoy time. Enjoy the time that you have at home with your family. I know that could get stressful, but we gotta make the best of it. So
create those positive memories in a
have
not
fun.
so positive environment.
Have fun, knit, crochet, bake. Baking's fun. I might bake soon.
Oh my god! All
I'm
these people
almost
posting
there.
Stuff on Instagram.
I'm there either with chocolate chip cookies or the lemon meringue cupcakes.
Oh, those are so good.
So,
all right. So we're gonna skip what we're reading and all that stuff.
Oh no! Quick
No.
reading. Yeah, no, we have to do it. We have to stick on. All right. So we watched Onward. It's so cute.
Did we not talk about this?
No, guys,
we didn't. I thought we did.
No, you have to watch it. Just watch Onward.
Oh,
it's on.
I love it.
We paid it. We
amazing.
bought it.
We paid it.
We paid it. We
You're
paid
excited.
it. We bought it. Because
it's so good.
I love animated movies.
Me too.
So we did
It's
buy
so
it.
good.
We watched that last.
2 thumbs
weekend.
up for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is now though on Disney Plus. So if you have Disney
Already?
Plus, go watch Onward. I also caught up on Manifest.
I want my $20 back.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I caught up on Manifest. That's the only TV we've watched. We
watched The Flash last night.
We watched one episode of The Flash. We have one more to catch up on. I'm all caught up on Manifest. The season finale is this Monday, so I'm excited for that. And then reading, I finished reading the book Bear by Audrey Fay, which is my Shifter series.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name. Ghost Mountain Shifter series.
Good for you.
And then I read, and this recommendation came from the Knit Girls. I read Wolf Song by T.J. Klune.
Why does that sound so familiar?
It is another shifter book. It's a M-Frem, or Man for Man, shifter series. So that one was really good. It's very different. I call them my gay novellas. I tell Ray I read my gay novellas. Because sometimes knitting, you need an easy read, and they're very easy, quick reads. This one was not like anything I've read before. There's obviously man for man romance in it, but it was really, really well done. I was up reading to midnight most nights, so I love that. And now I'm on book number 2, which is called Raven Song. I'm just gonna go with the 4 books. I'm gonna read all 4 of them.
Cool. I finished Discovery of Witches. It was very different than what I remembered that I read 20 years ago. It was like I was reading.
You did not read A Discovery of Witches.
No, The Witching Hour.
I was like,
it was very different than what I remember reading 20 years ago. Thank you for that.
Wow.
People would have been confused. We are going to be doing a Discovery of Witches read along because we found a lot of other people who read that.
We're going to do a read along and knit along. We're going to combine the two to use yarns and patterns that are inspired by the book.
Okay, that's great.
Yep,
it's very complicated. You have to figure that
I
out.
will. I have a long
can't
time.
help you with that. Good. And then I did not I decided not to move on to Lasher at the moment though, because this book kind of left me a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. So it was one of my favorite books, and then now it's interesting when you read something
so
long ago, like where I was in my life at that time. I was, you assign certain meanings to certain things, and like what you're reading means something to you differently maybe back then than it does today. So I found it a completely different reading experience. Not that I didn't like it, but it didn't inspire me to pick up, to
Lasher.
Continue and pick up Lasher.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I will. But then I did start reading Chronicles of the One.
Yeah, and the first book is called The One.
The One. Per Kevin's recommendation after he talked about it in the last podcast or so.
Nora
Roberts. Really good. I got a little bit concerned when I started reading chapter 1 because it's all about a virus. Like, it's like killing people. I'm just like, okay. It's like you're infected and I'm affecting this person. So it was a little bit kind of
it's actually
kind of hit home a little bit close. And then there's some like magical elements that I picked up. I'm only like one chapter in, so that's where I'm at with that. And yeah.
All right.
Good.
All right. That is that. It is a wrap. We are over an hour and a half. Holy crap. If you guys are still here watching,
please,
thank you again.
Thank you for staying.
Oh my gosh. I can't
go to the bathroom now.
Yeah. I hope you pause.
Replenish your coffee.
All right. Well, guys.
I bet you finished a project.
Yeah.
Add it to our...
Knit a pair of socks.
Add the whip to our... whatever.
All right, guys. Thank you again. Have a good 2 weeks. Let us know about a live episode next week. Yeah. We will see about putting that together if you guys are interested. And thank you. And if not, we will catch you guys back in 2 weeks and enjoy knitting and making.
Do your thing.
Bye, guys.
Everyone.